burst few hours ago as Bola Ahmed Tinubu crime moment. The women of Nigeria finally stormed Wike office. They stormed the office of Wike. They said they're thinking that the protest will be ended today, which is day 10 of the protest now. They stormed Wike office. They said where Nigerian youth, their children, actually stop the protest, they're going to take it off from there. They said enough is enough to all the hardship in the country. They can't go to market to buy what they want now. They plan to invade Wike office to sit him on ground and question him, but Wike escaped few hours ago. Everywhere is boiling right now. Nigerian women are not smiling. They storm everywhere in Aso Rock. Now, I would like us to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share this video, just do it to share, because I'm going to play you the full video in this very video. And if you can share it, just like it as you're watching it. Like it, give it a thumb up. Nigerian women are not smiling at the moment. They stop everybody from protesting. They make their own protest. They make their own march. They did not even join the 1 million march to Abuja. They make their own march and storm everywhere now. We can never see this coming. He escaped few hours ago. Just stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG Watch TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now. It makes sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG Watch TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, ensure you click the registration button appearing on your video screen, and at the same time click the notification bell icon alongside, which is the bell icon, so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you to know. Nigerian women are finally stormed everywhere few hours ago. They never see this coming. Nigerian politicians never see this coming. They be waiting that the protest should start from day 1 to day 10. They believe that Nigerians will be tired and they will go back to their different houses and they will continue on their hardship and all. But Nigerian women have finally taken it to another level. They said they will never join other people to protest again, that they want to stage their own protest now. They said the 10 days have already finished today and we only have few hours to go today. Now they storm everywhere. They said they now just start their own protest, that the government need to attend to their agitation, that they will never sleep nor slumber. They will never rest until Tinubu come out to attend to their agitation. They storm Wike office today. Wike never see it coming, because Tinubu came out few days ago. He addressed Nigerians on Sunday, and it's already a week that Tinubu attended to the issues of Nigeria. But when he attended to the issue of Nigeria, when he gave his speech on Sunday, he never talked about how he wants to stop the hunger and the night. He never talked about the agitations of the people. A lot of Nigerians actually waited to that 7 a.m. on Sunday when Tinubu gave his speech. They waited and they watched him from head to toe. They listened to everything that he said, and a lot of people were disappointed, and a lot of people felt their disappointment. They came out, they expressed their disappointment on the speech of Tinubu, because they believe that Tinubu actually stayed there for a joke. They said Tinubu did not talk about how he wants to stop the hunger and the night. Tinubu never come out to talk about how he wants to reduce the cost of governance. He never talked about how he wants to reduce fuel price to 100 naira or 180 or all of that. Now, a lot of people are saying that the government officials, AKPABIO, SHETTIMA and others, they are enjoying on behalf of the people. Tinubu will come out to tell us that we are passing through baby step of suffering in Nigeria, but they are not passing through the same baby step of suffering, because with what we're seeing that is happening in the Aso Rock, buying a presidential yacht of 5 billion, renovating the office of the vice president, and after some weeks coming out again to build a new house for the vice president that worth 21 billion naira. And this is the handwork of Wike, and it was approved by AKPABIO. A lot of things is happening in the Aso Rock. They living their luxurious lifestyle, buying SUV for themselves. Senators coming out to be telling us that they are not okay with the road of Nigeria. Whose responsibility is it to fix the road of Nigeria, for crying out loud? And I said that is not enough. After the senators make all those speech that they are not okay with the road of Nigeria, they use our money to buy SUV for themselves. They will even say that they can't use Nigeria made car. They bought SUV for themselves. Each senator SUV worth around 160 million, and they allocated billions for them. Now these people are enjoying on our behalf. Now Nigerians are crying out in the street. They say they are not okay with the present situation. They say hunger cannot finish them on their own land, on their own country, and yet Tinubu never come out to readdress them again. He never give them hope. He never tell them that this is what he's going to do to stop hunger and demand. And the people are putting on high expectations now. They believe that the protest will stop today, but something tragic happened. Nigerian women storm everywhere. So I'd like us to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share this video, just do well to share it. Share it to different social media platforms. Let it go viral. Let a lot of people get to know what is happening in Nigeria right now. And if you can share it, just like it as you're watching it. Like it, give it a thumb up so that people recommend it for us. Nigerian women storm everywhere on a peaceful protest ground ground. Nobody expected it. Today, which is the day 10 of the protest, everybody were thinking that the protest will end down today, that everything will just go down today. But what is happening in the northern part of Nigeria did not resemble like something want to stop any moment from now. The way the northerners are actually taking the protest, I'm not even in support of it, because it is very, very violent and chaotic. What is going in the northern part of Nigeria now is nothing to write home about. It's a disgrace to Nigeria. Those people are actually taking it to another level, and these people are set of people that have been frustrated now. They begin to raise flags, they begin to raise Russian flags, they begin to do all manner of things, calling the attention of coups and all. But a lot of us in Nigeria, including myself, we kick against coup. We stand with the democracy for our country, and we believe that the democracy will work, and all of us will enjoy the new Nigeria, and everybody will reap the dividends of the democracy. Coups themselves, they are more corrupt than Nigerian politicians. Nigeria actually go through a lot before they can release themselves from coup in the 90s. Now, we can't afford to go back to that coup system again. A lot of us have not been born then, but we can't afford to go back to that same system again now. A lot of us kick against coup. We don't want coup in our country, and we say no to violence and anarchy. Now, Nigerian youths in the south, they keep protesting on their own peaceful ground, and that's normal protest that was arranged by people in the national ground. They never call for any violence. They make it a peaceful protest. Now, Nigerian women have finally come out on their own separate ground. They not join the 1 million march that the Nigerian youth set up today. Today making the last day of the protest, they make it a 1 million march to Abuja and all of that. Nigerian women said no, they can't join it. They said they need to come out separate. They need to invade some people. They invaded some people's house in course of the days of the protest this week. They invaded the house of some senators. They burned the house of some senators. They invaded the house of Wike himself, because Wike did a lot of things to suppress the voice of the people in course of the protest and all. They invaded the house of Wike, but they did not meet Wike at home. Now, protesters left Wike. They left the house of Wike untouched and unharmed. They didn't burn the house of Wike, because the southern protesters, they are just kind of peaceful protesters. But even that it is the north, they would have said the house of Wike ablaze and all. But still, that is not enough. Nigerian women said no. Enough is enough. Wike must give them what they demanding. Tinubu must give them what they demanding. They need and they deserve a better life, and they need their children to take care of them in their old age. Now, Wike escaped a few hours ago. I will be playing you the video now. If you can share the video, just do well to share it, and if you can't share it, just like it. Listen to AISHA YESUFU. Then after it, you will see Nigerian women marching in their thousands. You will see everything in this video. Just stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Wike Gbajabiamila AKPABIO pressured Tinubu to sanction secret plot for hoodlums to kill police officers, blame it on end hunger protesters. He says the president's allies are pressuring him to authorize a desperate strategy that could dramatically escalate the stakes of the raging nationwide protests against poverty and corruption. Bola Tinubu's allies are pressuring him to authorize a desperately, oh gosh, I've just read that, right? 2 independent sources have briefed the Gazette about a plot that one of them described as too sinister to be allowed to proceed without being exposed, hoping its disclosure will put its proponents on the defensive and force the Tinubu, they said president, but of course, it's not my president, and forced Tinubu to end the plot in its tracks. The discussions at the meeting was too dangerous for our country, a source with information about what transpired at the palace said. I support the president, this person said, and all the effort he's making to get the protesters to call off their disruptive activities, but we have to put the country first by not taking extreme measures. The Gazette learned that the meeting was held at 11 a.m. on Monday, and it featured Senate President Godswill Akpabio, Senator Opeyemi Bamidele, and Ministers David Umahi, Nyesom Wike, and Bello Matawalle, among other officials. Chief of Staff Femi Gbajabiamila coordinated the meeting on behalf of Tinubu, who did not participate, our sources said. Mr. Tinubu had on Sunday announced his government's desire to find urgent solutions to some of the issues animating the rallies across the country. He proposed an urgent removal of levies on food imports and additional support for poor, senior and low-wage earners, amongst others. This issue of a levy of food import. There was an article that a newspaper report that I read where it said it had not been implemented. Customs were not, obeying, following that particular instruction. I know I didn't do a video about it, but when I read it, I was like, if people think anybody sees Tinubu as the president, there's no president in Nigeria. It's as simple as people are ready to believe it. Otherwise, let's just keep doing what we are doing there. Coming back to this article, it says, but protesters said the nationwide address did not go far enough, and the protests, which began on August 1st, will continue until further demands were met, especially a return of the subsidy regime and a radical reform to significantly deplete the federal budget and divert the funds to the poor masses instead. Sources said Mr. Wike, the FCT minister, was adamant that that Tinubu should not concede any further to the protesters, arguing instead that they will be tired and go home. That's one thing they always think about. That's one thing they always say, protesters will get tired, they will go home, they will move on and all of that. Okay. But should the demonstrations move forward, the government should not hesitate to take steps that will make the price of further protests too high for participants. Mr. Wike had already taken measures to deter the protests in Abuja, including obtaining a series of dubious court orders to prohibit citizens from taking, to the streets. But the court orders were ignored, and the judges who granted them were mocked on social media for doing what critics describe as transparently shoddy work. Mr. Wike turned to friendly judges in addition to previous government efforts to impede internet access nationwide and make it difficult for protesters to share multimedia from venues in Lagos, Kano, Kaduna, Ibadan, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and other cities across the country. Literally within those days, you could see you couldn't make calls, internet wasn't going on, videos were not uploading, WhatsApp wasn't working, a lot of things being on overdrive. Just sort of like they didn't shut down the internet completely, but they slowed it down to such a way that you just get frustrated, things weren't working, the ways that they should work. The report also said that we get more hoodlums to cause more destruction and looting among the protesters. Yes, they have used hoodlums like they always do. They have used hoodlums, but it's not been as effective as they normally would do before, because now most of the people who are on the street, the people that are usually also hired as hoodlums, they're on the street protesting because the hunger has also gotten to them. It's not the one that they are protesting on issues that really don't affect them, and they will pack them to go and attack, protesters. But they too, they are also on the street because they know how hard the hunger has been. To read this again, it says they will get more hoodlums to cause more destruction and looting among the protesters and kill some policemen. Then the government will blame it on the protesters, a senior administration official said, relaying how Mr. Wike said the plan would go on. Honestly, from this report, Mr. Wike is really a devious human being. I think he has absolutely sold his soul to the devil, that even the devil will not even want such a tainted, so this is such a criminal, this is such a heinous plan. So you want to kill people, and then these are people that have families. Their own will die now, they will not start crying. I find it so annoying when I see people who don't take other people's lives as anything. To kill a human being means nothing to them, but when they lose their loved one, they now start crying. The way he just told, instead of doing the right thing, but you rather go and kill policemen and women and then start blaming protesters for you to be able to get away with whatever nonsense it is that they think that they want to get away with. Instead of addressing the concerns of protesters and whatever, you want to kill, you want to harm, you want to maim people just for you to be able to get this in. I've always said this, and I've always insisted on it. Anytime you see violence erupting with protesters, it is the government that brings violence, that introduces violence into it, brings violence into it. Hoodlums, what's hoodlums business? Hoodlums don't care. I even have a video that I have done on that. Hoodlums really don't care about what you are protesting about. It doesn't concern them. Somebody usually has to give them an incentive for them to now go after protesters and begin to attack them. And the title of the video I had done a few days ago is that who is paying the hoodlums? Who is getting them on the sale? Who is giving them this incentive for them to attack protesters? And from this report by People's Gazette, I think it's fair to say that Wike is among those people who are giving the incentive. Tinubu and his people and his team are the ones who are giving this incentive to hoodlums and thugs to keep attacking, protesters, to keep harming properties, harming people, destroying properties, all in the name of giving protesters, a bad name, to say that, oh, they are the ones. And then oh, Lord have mercy. What kind of heinous people do we have in position of power? People devoid of humanity, devoid of empathy, devoid of basic goodness, a basic goodness in them. People who have sold their souls to the devil, people who are debased, people who have nothing, empty shells, empty shells of evilness, pure and applied evilness. These are the people we have in a position of power who continue to destroy not just the lives of the people, but also our nation. Additional federal troops will be deployed to violently disperse protesters from grounds across the country, according to the source who was relaying Mr. Wike's argument. The Gazette reported last week that the military was preparing to intervene in the protests, which are guaranteed under Nigerian constitution. The military should be ashamed of itself. Ragtag army has turned them to ragtag army. It's on top of peaceful protesters that they know that they come and show their might. It could turn out to be the greatest mistake of Tinubu if he follows this reckless recommendation. Another official said, we have to continue to dialogue with protesters, but the FCT minister didn't seem to be interested in doing that. Already, at least 15 civilians have been killed by security forces since the rallies began on Thursday. A police officer brazenly executed an unarmed protester in Azare, Bauchi on Monday afternoon, prompting the governor to declare curfew over the entire local government area. Other officials suggested allowing the protesters to go on until the protesters become too fatigued to proceed. A presidential spokesperson said many recommendations came in, but no action can proceed without Tinubu's approval, which should be carefully considered. Mr. Gbajabiamila, AKPABIO, Bamidele and Umahi declined comments to the Gazette about the meeting. Mr. Matawale could not be reached on Tuesday afternoon. Just imagine the evilness that you people call leaders.
Did you see Shettima? Then I say we dey for stadium. We dey for stadium. Did you see Tinubu? Then I say we dey for stadium. Did you see Shettima? Then I say we dey for Greatest of the greatest Nigerian women. Greatest boxer. Greatest Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for solidarity. forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. Dynamic Nigerian women. Greatest of the greatest of the greatest Nigerian women. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Tell them say we dey for Savior. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. You see AKPABIO. Tell them say we dey for Savior. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. You see SHETTIMA. Tell them say we dey for. Brothers, Nigerian women. Tell them say we dey for Savior. Oh God, solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. Solidarity, solidarity forever.
My complaint against we parents, I get children where they no get father again, their father, they be orphan. As I stand like this, I mean na farm, I'm a farmer. I no get husband, I'm a farmer. Now that through farm, now they benefit my children. I no get anybody more than my God. All the general of Abuja FCT, Tinubu, where he did, Minister Abuja, Amak Chiama, anywhere who they made them look after we parents. School fees is cost, everything they cost. Rice, 2005, corn, 1,000, everything they cost. Now, but transport, everything cost. Please, our cry where we come here, make Tinubu look us with a good eye. We just can't give a deal, not be called, not be anything. Please, everything they cost. Now we still the campaign. Now we still the intercondition again. Please, may they help us. May they wash our tears.
We are here today for Mr. President to know that the people are hungry. We dey hungry. Women dey hungry. Children dey hungry. We say before say things even hard, but now e don too much. You no fit buy rice before e come. We dey buy rice 700, 600. That time we dey cry say food too cost. But now mudu of rice 3,000. We no fit buy am again. See garri for poor people before they go, if pikin say they hungry, they go say go drink garri. But now you no fit tell your pikin say go drink garri. Pikin go dey cry. You no know wetin you fit give am. You no know wetin you fit give am. Many children today for morning till night before you go say wetin you go give them, e dey very hard. Make dem consider us, we mothers like privilege. Some people fit go market even though you tell her now president no know how much they buy garri, they buy meat for market. Nigeria now you no go hold 1,000 say you wan go buy common meat. You no go fit buy fish, common fish you no fit buy take cook give your pikin. Crayfish o, everything dey cost. Before he come power, at least we still dey manage, we still dey buy all these things small. But now we no fit buy. If you hold 5,000 now, say you wan cook common okra soup, e no go reach. Talk less or say before you go buy garri, when you go take drink am. And how many Nigeria today dey earn 5,000 naira in a day? If you check all those things, na go know all these things wey we dey do na for the benefit of the whole Nigeria. We are not even say of our own. Make we talk of the youth. Even though now they say they don't increase salary. Amo before the person go travel for him working for where he dey stay to inside town, he go spend at least 4,000 naira for transport in a day. How much that person is receiving in a day? Make una think of that one. Things is not getting better at all. Things is not getting better. And all these people, when they call themselves senator, minister, legislative, all of them, they are there. They are not thinking of the poor, the masses. They are thinking about themselves. It's not good. May una remember, say God dey for heaven. God dey watch everybody. Whatsoever a man sow, shall he reap. If you sow good to the people will bless you. If you sow bad to the people will curse you. It's better you reap good so that your generation that is coming, they will enjoy your good. But if you say it doesn't concern you, you want to make million, billion for your generation, they may not even eat 10 naira inside that money. Yes, go check the one that ruled before badly. How did they end? Where is their name today? We are still praying for good luck today, because when he was there, you can able to afford. You fit give your pikin food, but now we even say Buhari regime bad. But now we don't enter the worst one that we don't even know how to command. Oshe is drawing us. Let's say the truth now. We are all Nigeria. This money belongs to everybody. Why some people go dey eat am? You stop at train pikin for university. At the end of the day, when he come out, he go dey do labourer. He go dey receive pay of 2,000 naira. Is that a life? Abeg, Mr. President, Mr. Tinubu, we women of Nigeria come to our aim, because Oema e no good.
Okay, this press text is being read on behalf of the manifesto, a body of over 300 women organizations, right activists, advocates, professional groups and organizations that are gathered together today, particularly with women from communities who we are working with from different organizations, to join the protests against hunger. And that's why we're here as Women Against Hunger. And this is just to express our dissatisfaction as Nigerians, to say that Nigerians are tired, hungry, and disgruntled. And so we stand before you today as women, human rights advocates, and citizens. So we listened with high expectation to the presentation made by President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, a speech hoping it would address the urgent demands voiced by Nigerians during this demonstration. And we have the opinion that the President's speech failed to address the clamor for security, for government accountability, for rising hunger crisis, for surging inflation rates that are crippling Nigerians' ability to service the country, and the violent repression of peaceful protesters that have been happening in the last period. And the media has also been one of the focus of that repression. We believe that Nigerian citizens have constitutional rights of association, but unfortunately with the restriction by the courts, that has also been limited. We believe that, and we are taking some key issues that the President had raised. One of which was that the President promised to provide 100,000 housing units over the next 3 years to address inadequate housing. And we are saying that, looking at where we are as a country, with 25 million currently homeless people, 100,000 housing response will not be able to respond to that. We also look at the issue of student loan that the President emphasized, in his speech. And we are saying that currently, as we all know, most students pay over 300,000, 500,000, for school fees. And so the proposal of the loan is not enough, to respond to the issue. The president also mentioned the issue of 570 billion to states to tackle food insecurity and provide welfare support. We also feel that that is not enough a problem to address the fact that Nigerians cannot feed and people are hungry, and that will not be able to address the problem. That years back they had the Operation Feed the Nation, which was targeted, to address the issue of famine and all of that. But the president just talking about traders of naira that we don't know how it's going to be distributed and where it's going to be distributed to is not enough to address the problem. So we had looked at the general presentation and address by the president, and we feel that it's not adequate. We believe that Nigerians need to live with dignity. And also, because of the fear of unknown and continued government neglect, it has made it very impossible. We also recall with nostalgia the period of structural adjustment program where the entire government of Nigeria was sold out to the Bretton Woods, and we say that we are already back, to that situation, and we are very concerned about the implication of that. So we call on a whole lot of things. There is a recommendation by the osayi report. We believe that the government should begin to effect that. We are troubled also about the hijack of the peaceful protest. The hijack of the peaceful protest that we are seeing across the country, and we felt that the government should be able to do something, in that regard. So by and large, we have some few demands. We're asking for accountability for police violence. It's very important. We're asking that government should be more intentional in responding to the housing crisis. We're asking for education reform. We're asking for transparency in food security, and we're asking for a more holistic perspective to addressing the issue of hunger, in Nigeria. We're also asking for justice for victims of protest, and also a whole lot of other things, including the importance of the government addressing the insecurity in the country that is also affecting the food security that we have, as a country. So we believe that this is a very important issue, and that's why we have here today women who are also going to testify how difficult the situation is.
Our young children who came here, the young ones that came here, were tear gassed nastily. And for me and my sisters, we cannot just be watching our children being tear gassed. Who doesn't? Even this morning they were tear gassed. But we are here. We are happy that we sorted out with the commissioner of police, and everything is quiet. And he, since that this is where we are confined to. If you want to protest, you should come to the National Stadium, which is the first time in the history of anywhere in the world that they are confining people as if we are going to play football. But with the reason is, even the police, they go to the market. Who can buy yam now? How many people are buying yam? How many people, gari that is the smallest of which you use to quench hunger, or you give children, they will go and rest. There is no gari. You cannot buy gari, you cannot buy beans. The issues of malnutrition is there. We are asking, one day the president promoted or pronounced fuel subsidy is over. 165 to 617. Now they are selling 690, or in some places you buy it 800, and so on and so forth. And that resulted into the inflation that we have today. So our demand, again, this is day 9 of the protest, day 9, and I'm happy to see all our sisters here. I really am grateful to them for coming. Tomorrow is day 10. We'll still be here. You may not see many of their faces, but we'll be here to register that day 10, to say that our children are not alone, the young people are not alone at all. And it's for us to say, if you are an adult, that you don't come out and you allow the children not to be guided in a way that they are just slaughtered, then you are a failure of a generation. All of us have committed the crimes that have led us to the point where there is heavy unemployment. The refineries are not working. Let President Tinubu get the 4 refineries working. Even when Dangote started, he couldn't give crude. Now he has ordered to give crude. So we know where the power lies. The power lies with the president. If he said this should be done, let the money of the oil of Nigeria be used for the people of Nigeria. As women, it's the worst time, I can say, to be a mother right now. Because when you go and see the man, if you are married and the man gives money, when you see the man once, the next time the man will just, there is anger in the homes between partners because you can't even ask. And unless you go to the market yourself, you don't know what you're talking about. You go in the morning, the price has changed. Go in the afternoon, the price has changed. Go in the evening, the price has changed. Where are we going? It's not sustainable. President Tinubu, we are calling you to bring down the fuel price. Listen to the demands of the young people. It's a warning. If this protest did not happen, something bigger will come. When the water boils, it boils in different directions. We need to protect the future of our children. All those who are looting the treasury and making it impossible for us. You are bonding yourself in your armored cars. Armored cars. When it is time, the owner of life calls for life. Armored car will not protect you. And someday, all of us are going to die one day. I don't know who wants to stay in this world. So the morality and the integrity, the dignity of each and every one of you is queried. Remember how you answer the call to the Lord. But at the end of your time, how you are going to answer. We are all responsible. We are responsible mothers. We are responsible parents. We want the good sisters for our people, for our children. The children of Nigeria are suffering. The children of Nigeria are picking now from the dustbin. In my lifetime, when I was young, no child of Nigeria was picking from the dustbin.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You can hear what AISHA YESUFU said in this very video. That lady had been coming out fearlessly and had been confronting the rascalities, the criminality, and the shenanigans of the cabinet of Tinubu. He had been shaking Tinubu government right from time, and there is nothing they do about it. They can't do anything about it. That woman had been always out there saying the truth the way it is. She will never come out to sugarcoat the truth. That is what is happening now. You can hear what she said in that very place. She made it known to the general public that according to the Gazette something and all of that, Wike and some people prayer Tinubu to incite the violence in the protest. These people have been doing everything to suppress the protest right from time. They have been doing everything to stop the protest. They channeling their right energy on the wrong thing. That's what is happening. Instead of them to attend to the agitations of the people, and by so doing they will use that to stop the protesters from coming out to protest at all. They allow the protest to kickstart. They want to see what Nigerians will do and what Nigerians are made of, and they allowed the protest to take place on the initial ground, which was on August 1. And Nigerians have been announcing this protest right from time. They've been announcing it weeks, even a month before they start the protest at all. They did not attend to the agitations, and these people listed out their agitations, but yet Tinubu did not attend to their agitations. And these are basic agitations. Nigerians are not demanding that you should come and build a stadium for them. Nigerians are not demanding that you should come and build cinema for them or all of that. They're demanding that you should come and rescue them from hunger. They demanded that you should come and reduce the cost of governance. They demanded that you should reduce fuel price because the price of fuel is finishing everybody. The price of fuel is at now in some places 850 naira per liter. And this same Tinubu came out when Good Luck removed subsidy in the regime of Good Luck, and fuel skyrocketed from 65 naira to 85 naira. Tinubu came out. They did Occupy Nigeria protest. Nobody killed them. Nobody do anything to them. They did the protest and fuel was just at 85 naira then, until Good Luck restored the subsidy back. That was it then. Now, I say that is not enough. The same Tinubu came in, fuel price increased to around 700 naira in some places and 850 in some places. Do you want to compare 85 naira to 850 in some places? What is happening in the regime of Tinubu and the people actually coming out to protest? You are killing them. That's what is happening. A lot of people lost their life because of this protest. Some people did a video and they made it known and they did candlelight procession for the people that actually lost their life because of this protest. And a lot of people lost their life. This same Occupy Nigeria protest and all, and bad governance protest and all, so people lost their life. That's what is happening. Will Nigeria ever come out to agitate to just stage their protest and these people will not kill them? Anytime Nigerians come and these people will poof them, they will quiet them. That is what is happening. Is this really the democracy that we're demanding for? In democracy, when the people are protesting, because the peaceful protest is the fundamental human right of every citizen in a democratic country. Now, the same protest in question, if police are to go to the place to just safeguard the protesters at all, they're supposed to go with rubber bullet, not live bullet. But Nigerian police are going to protest ground with live bullet and they're shooting protesters and all. That's what is happening. It have never happened in the history of any country that they killing protesters, they find them, they poofing them just because they come out to state that they are hungry, that they are tired of the hunger ravaging the land. And I say that is not enough. The brutality continues. It continues even to the extent that Nigerian police are supposed to be protecting peaceful protesters in Lagos us precisely. Nigerian police saw thugs coming from the other side of the road. The video circulated on different media platforms and even on channels and all. Thugs coming from the other side of the road, and they came to meet peaceful protesters and they were beating them. The thugs were not even more than 6 or 7, and were beating peaceful protesters, even to the extent that the peaceful protesters that were unarmed, they have to run away. They have to run away from the armed thugs, and police were there. It is not a single police. It is not 2. It is not 3. They were up to like 10 to 11 policemen because their van was there. The police were there watching the scenario. I said they watching cinema, watching it. I said they watching YouTube. That was what was happening there.
Returned to the protest ground. They say the president did not address core issues raised by them. Traffic. Today, there are way more policemen than protesters. Intervention, a group the protesters believe are state-sponsored, came from the other side of the road to drive the protesters away.
And why you guys are watching? Why are you here? The soldiers are here also. Why are you here if you cannot protect us? You are being funded by taxpayers' money.
And the police fails to attend to it, to rescue the people, to rescue the peaceful protesters. Now the thugs did their shenanigans and they left. And the peaceful protesters have to come back to that same scene. After coming back, they came to challenge the police. What are you guys doing here? What is your functionality? We want to know your function in this place. Why are you here when you can't rescue us from thugs that came to attack us and all? That was the question they asked Nigerian police, but Nigerian police couldn't provide an answer to all those questions. Now you can see the way AISHA YESUFU said everything. He said they intentionally incite violence, that it is the handwork of Tinubu and all and his cabinet, that they intentionally incite violence among peaceful protesters, and they will do it like as if it is the protesters that are responsible for the violence, just to disrupt the protest and come up with the fact that protesters were violence in cause of the protest. He said it is their handwork. That was what AISHA YESUFU read out in this very place. If you did not hear it very well, go back to it again, listen to it, listen to what that lady said. Is this the democracy that we demanded for in Nigeria? And yet Tinubu came out to address Nigeria. The address that Tinubu gave, the address leaked out few hours before Tinubu come out by 7 a.m. on Sunday at all. The address leaked out, and as Tinubu was reading it on Sunday, some people were already reading it alongside with him. They already know what he wants to say. They now see that he's not even attend to the agitation of the people, and now the people are saying that even though the protests get to the 10th day, that if Tinubu did not attend to their demand, they can't continue in the hunger, that they will continue the protest. That was what they said. Those who already came out and made it known to the general public few hours ago that the protest will continue from October 1, which is the Independence Day, and the protest will continue from there. And they said they will have a break now of the protest and all. Now a lot of Nigerians are not even ready to go in till that October. That's what is happening in Nigeria right now. These people are hungry. They want Tinubu to attend to their agitations, and you can see the women storming everywhere. They stormed Abuja a few hours ago. They said enough is enough. Wike cannot continue and Tinubu cannot continue this way. AKPABIO, SHETTIMA, and all of that, they can't continue to take them for granted this way. That was what Nigerian women are saying. They said they will continue the protest. So drop your opinion in the comment section of this video. What do you guys think? As I'm going out there to get another training update for you, and sure you follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment, and on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video. Bye for now. For my body, I say make I you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, be pastor. For LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the back, where politician with the do pass himself. Corrupt leader, all the while you waiting for church. All as LAJUPOG Watch TV.